Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Man, this toy news, man. Toy news never stops. It never ever stops. So unless you've been unless you've been under a rock for the last 48, maybe 30, no, 30, 36 to 48 hours, um, the Star Wars celebration has been going on for the last couple of days, and I got to tell you, they sort of gave us a preview as to what was going on just prior to this. We saw a couple of figures already announced in the Black Series and the Vintage Collection lines. One of them, of course, which I'm still scratching my head over because I consider the figure they released even earlier from the Mandalorian just to be a recolored Wookiee. But then we're going to get to that issue later in the show. But everything else has just been bang, 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 crazy announcements, crazy releases, things that I wasn't expecting at all. I'm not sure we're going to get to every single one of the releases today. We're going to give it a dang good try. But for now, I just wanted to bring in a couple of special guests who can really help me to decipher the whole situation going forward. Because honestly, I can't do this on my own. This is gonna take a while. So, guys, my first guest, of course, has been on the show as a late come in. At one night, we were streaming for like 4 o'clock a.m., maybe even 5:30 in the morning. And of course, I invited him earlier. He couldn't make it, but you know what? He came in the last minute. It was a lot of fun. So, guys, please help me welcome my very good friend of the channel, JB's Toy Trunk, everybody. JB, what's going on, my friend? How are you tonight?
What? Doing well. Happy Easter to everybody, and thanks for having me. This is going to be a fun night.
Happy Easter to you too, JB, and of course, happy Passover to everybody who celebrates.
Absolutely.
How's it been? How was the weekend for you, JB?
The weekend actually was kind of relaxing. It's a big spin up to I'm taking a couple days off. My youngest has a spring break, so we're going to take a couple days off and probably do some toy hunting. Not that I don't do enough of that, but probably do a lot more. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been relaxing. Weather here in South Carolina, it was really hot the other day, 91 Fahrenheit, and it got minus 40 degrees. So it was like high 50s. So it just 40 degree swing. But other than that, no complaints. We're having fun.
Awesome. That's excellent. We just started to get decent weather here in Toronto. And this weekend was great. Again, happy holidays to everybody out there. Your kids are too old for Easter egg hunting, I'm guessing.
Kinda. The wife did get the youngest something. And of course, we got the package out late to our oldest and our granddaughter. But yeah, that's never too old.
It's all good. It's all good. Of course, no Easter egg hunting for me. Did some toy hunting though, as of course you do, guys. If you haven't already, definitely check out JB's Toy Trunk. Does a lot of great hunts over at Target, Walmart, all the great spots. And of course, he hunts pretty much everything, including Funko, which we'll get to that in a little while, because there's a lot of things to talk about with Funko. But for today's discussion though, we need more help because there's a lot to cover, JB. It's a huge amount, and I wanted to bring in another good friend of the channel, of course, someone who
bring in a champ.
We're gonna bring in somebody who needs no introduction, always throwing it down, ready to rumble. Guys, please help us welcome Toy Connections to the screen. Toy Connect. What's going on, Ken? How you doing tonight?
The deer in the headlights confused look is because I was pretty close to not making it on the stream because about 15 minutes before we started, my son said the toilet was stuck, so I had to go find where the plunger was, which I didn't know where he was. And he's like, oh, it's over here. It's under the sink. So I'm like, okay, so I get that unstuck. I come here. I hear JB make us feel really old by saying something about grandkids. I really hope I don't actually hope that was a slip of the tongue. That's actually a really sweet thing and something to look forward to. But it still makes me think 2 generations down, and here I am collecting toys, probably buying toys for them. But you know that my mood is always fixed and okay if I have the belt with me, which I do. So you know what? The why the long face look is about to disappear, and we're here to talk some Star Wars. In fact, I think I got a book right there just off screen, but it's all good. So hope you two are well, and may the force be with you. I guess too soon, too late. When?
May the 4th is still a few months away, but a month away, but we're going to get there eventually. But yes, of course, may the force be with all of us this weekend. Of course, as I said, if you were living under a rock, you did not realize that the Star Wars celebration happened this weekend in Europe. I think it was in the UK, if I can't remember, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me on that.
It was.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it will. So wonderful celebrations, huge announcements, some crazy stuff. So first and foremost, I'm just gonna get the elephant out of the room really quickly. Ridley Scott's sorry, the heck am I talking about? Daisy Ridley's return. Ridley Scott. Where did
Ridley
Scott come
Scott.
You
Wrong-
probably just watched Gladiator
Wrong
recently or something.
franchise. Wrong franchise. This is not Aliens. We're talking about Star Wars here. We're talking about Star Wars. Daisy Ridley's return as Rey in the newest Star Wars film. Hot takes on this, guys. Ken, go for it.
Okay, so when it comes to Daisy Ridley, right? It's a bit polarizing, right? Because a lot of people do not welcome that new trilogy. They always say that the original Thrawn trilogy is their sort of like sequel trilogy. But Daisy Ridley, I always wonder, is that trilogy that she was in, is that going to age the way that the prequels did? Because a lot of people rejected the prequels at first too. So I say, all right, she's still around. She's still in her prime. Give the lady a chance. Right? May surprise us. Ever since the end of that series, we've had some good Star Wars since then. We've had The Mandalorian. We've had The Bad Batch. There's a lot to look forward to in the future of Star Wars, right? And maybe, Obi-Wan was a bit polarizing. So is Book of Boba Fett. But we'll see where she lands. Maybe she'll land on her feet and the fandom will fully accept her,
I'm you know what, for me, and I'm gonna get to my take, but I'd love to hear from JB first, just before I go ahead and take my take.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go back to episode 1, 2, and 3. I actually never seen 1, 2, and 3 until a couple years after it was already released, because I was the old head. I was the one who seen the original Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi in theater. So when all of a sudden episode 1's coming along, I'm kind of out of touch with my Star Wars fandom and of course collecting. And I was deployed, I was, stationed overseas. So it's like out of sight, out of mind. But then when I watched it, I got reinvigorated. I started to like it. There's definitely some things I hate about episodes 1, 2, and 3, but stuff that I still love and love it even more now. Fast forward to, when episodes 7, 8, and 9 come out, I was the same way, Ken. I was just like, I don't know. But then when I go to a theater and I see Han Solo and Chewie, I get excited again. There's Star Wars. And I like giving things a chance. I don't like, what we say, just completely giving it a thumbs out without even seeing it. So the writing definitely has its issues. There's no issue, I don't think, argument across the board that way. I want to see them kind of tie it together, and hopefully they're not just going to put Band-Aids on things for 7, 8, 9. Hopefully they could actually structure it to what we're seeing now with Mandalorian, Andor, Bad Batch, the things that you mentioned. So I'm hoping it's more than just a Band-Aid. Hopefully this is going to just kind of recycle. Everything can't be perfect. Everything can't be just, a banger after another. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited though. I really am.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying stuff like this. Basically, in my humble opinion, as the two of you have sort of taken this in your direction, I'm going to go ahead and say that history sort of repeats itself. In my opinion, just as a note, I think that episodes 1, 2, and 3 are very similar to episodes 7, 8, and 9. In so much that I really enjoyed episode 1. Episode 2 was a disaster, and then episode 3 was actually pretty good. And I think it parallels that with the sequel trilogy, in so much that yes, episode 7 had its flaws. It was not perfect, but out of the 3, I enjoyed it the most. Episode 2 was a freaking disaster, and the same thing that happened. And sorry, episode 2 was a freaking disaster, but not so much for the storytelling. It was actually more. Lucas can't write romance for anything. He's terrible at it. He shouldn't be doing it. And just the whole idea of setting up the world is a difficult thing to do. So that was tough on anything. And of course, episode 8, holy crap, like it was all over the place. It was just ridiculous. I don't know what happened there. And then of course, episode 9 and episode 3, the second best out of the both of them. Again, trying to unify the whole thing, trying to fix the mistakes of the past. It was a tough situation all in all. Now, the last thing I will say on this is that I think that it wasn't Ridley Scott. I don't know why I keep saying Ridley Scott. It wasn't Daisy Ridley's fault. She's an actress. She is paid to act, and you know what? I think she made she did the best with the character as anybody would. As a matter of fact, I really enjoyed Rey as a character. The way they wrote her is another thing, but I'm hoping for bigger and better things on this. I really hope that everything will come full circle, and that we'll see some new stories. Now, here's the really interesting thing about this. If you guys haven't already heard, there's only going to be one sequel movie right now. The other, because they announced 3 movies this weekend. So the first one is a sequel with Daisy Ridley. The second one apparently is a Mandalorian movie. That's really exciting me quite a bit. Very, very much exciting me. And the third movie is a prequel to the entire mythos. It's actually before the Jedi. It is actually the dawn of the Jedi, or somewhere in between. I couldn't exactly figure out where it was situated. But those are really, really exciting stories. And I wanted to throw this at you guys. Are Jedi really necessary in the world of Star Wars now? Because honestly, some of the best stories I've been seeing lately have been outside of the Jedi. I'm super excited that they just announced what's it called? Andor season 2. Andor to me is one of the best. This is just my take on this, but Andor to me is one of the best series that's come out in a while, and I'm really excited about Andor season 2. So, guys, what are your thoughts on these other 2 movies? And then, other things in general in terms of the Star Wars mythos. Anybody who wants to go first?
I'm just going to weigh in on the part about the Jedi. And is Star Wars necessary? Like, can you do Star Wars without Jedi? I don't really think you can. I kind of feel like that's the X-Men without Wolverine. It's not really the X-Men, right? Like, the entire platform of what Star Wars was built on story-wise was on Luke Skywalker's quest to become a Jedi. Now, does it need to be the central part of the story? Not necessarily, right? Like, you've seen episodes of The Mandalorian where it's about the Mandalorian, but Ahsoka Tano will show up for part of it. Luke Skywalker will show up for part of it. Grogu will begin some level of Jedi training. So to me, just to answer that part of the question, if you're going to do a prequel with the dawn of the Jedi, I think that's very, very interesting because you're coming at it from a different angle. The Jedi are not established yet, and that should be the lure of that prequel. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, I 100% agree with Ken there. I don't think it always has to be around Jedi, but I remember when Rogue One came out, my best friend, he hit me up. He's like, hey, JB, I just saw Rogue One. I thought it was garbage. Like the 2 minutes with Darth Vader just slicing people, slicing dice like a Ginsu. That was awesome. But I told him, it's like, look at the story. Look at it start to piece things together for us older collectors and older movie guys and girls, that it's like, what else in the story are we missing? So I love Andor, how it kind of plugs in these little holes. I love The Mandalorian. Does it have to have Jedi? Not all the time. Could it be centered, or like how Ken was saying, like a piece of it? We kind of still need to have that piece in there, or else we start losing the identity of Star Wars. So going back to how they're going to go, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, how the Jedi started, I think that's great. So we could all see, so that's why they act the way they act. That's the way they do, what they do with the kyber crystals and all that stuff. So looking forward to all those movies, kind of piecing it together. And really, the Ahsoka, the miniseries, I know it's not the movie, but the miniseries of Ahsoka, again, plug in some more holes in there, because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and everybody else has been introducing all of these. Well, I thought all the Jedi were gone, but then how are they still here and where are they going? So hopefully, again, not so much Band-Aids, but more of these bridges to, open our eyes. Oh, so that's why that happened, or, this is where it's going to go. So I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a moment because there are a lot of people in the chat. Thank you guys again for being with us this afternoon. A lot of fans here for all our channels, which is amazing. Audio83, happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, my friend. Robert Alessandrini, good to see you, Robert. Happy Easter and Passover, everybody, of course. Fish Tropic Canada. Hello, Fish Tropic. How are you doing? Toy Connections. Who's that? Rhea Black is in the house. Good to see you, Rhea. Natural Nate Marvel, what's up, Jay? What's up, Natural Nate Marvel? Toy Sorcerers is in the house. What's going on, Toy Sorcerers? Happy Easter and Passover to all. Chunky Monkey Robots in the house. Princeton Phalanx 59. Nolan is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. McFly Toys. Paints Toy Samples in the house. Nelson A. Hello, everybody. Hello, Nelson. How are you tonight? Natural Nate Marvel again. Silver K is in the house. What's going on, Silver K? Good to see you. Rhea Black again. JB's Toy Trunk is in the house. What's going on? TW is in the house. What's going on, guys? Clint Jorgensen is in the house. My 416, Mount Rushmore, Lily Singh, Dizzy, Russell Peters, and Mr. Mega. You're too kind. You are too kind. Silver K is in the house. Let's see here. Mike Oolong, Oxlong, Mike Oxlong. The Disney trilogy was complete poopy. I like the actor that played Ray, but they didn't do a good job whatsoever writing it. You know what, Mike? I think the first episode did have its merits. Now, of course, it borrowed a lot from the original trilogies, both of them. But to be perfectly honest with you, it really did generate the most hype, the most interest. And it was only after the third or fourth or fifth watching by really dedicated fans where people really started to nitpick and take it apart, right? If you just look at it as a movie as itself and never watched any of the other films, I think it's great. That's just me. Go ahead, JB.
Well, and that's a great point because I forgot to say that when you look at the 7, 8, and 9, how it brought in our generation now of our kids. You know, a lot of our kids, they're like, oh, this is Star Wars, so this is what you were talking about. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and go back, not just to episode 4, where I watched it as a kid. Let's go back to episode 1. So you could see this story kind of develop. Let's go ahead and add in, Rebels and, of course, Clone Wars, the animated series. So when you start tying that in, it's just like the whole mind is just blown up. And then if you want to go even further, go into the comics and then, of course, into the short stories. So, and that's amazing how we can bring that young generation and kind of bring it together. So with my granddaughter, the little Mission Fleet toys, I used to have a couple of those. She loves those. Absolutely. So we watch Star Wars and play. It's a family thing.
And that's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Ken, you want to add anything or you're good?
I just want to add, the issue there, though, with all the lore and everything is you have the expanded universe / legends, and it's hard to relate everything back to what's canon now versus what isn't, right? Like, I was a big fan of Darth Revan and the whole Knights of the Old Republic thing. And now, I heard that Darth Revan was somehow made his way into the Episode 9 expanded disc features. So Darth Revan's mentioned somewhere and still canon. And for those who have seen the Ahsoka trailer, know that a certain alien with red eyes is going to. Am I allowed to just spoil it here? Okay, anyone who doesn't want to know, plug your ears. But no, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
It's not really a spoiler. He was in the trailer. So we all know.
Okay, good. So Grand Admiral Thrawn is shown from behind, and Ahsoka uses the words heir to the Empire in the trailer. And I think some Rebels characters show up in the trailer.
Yeah, it's all about Rebels.
Well,
it's all about Rebels,
yeah. So everyone's kind of expecting Ezra Bridger to show up now.
He was in
the trailer?
He was in that hologram. I don't know if you
okay.
I don't know if that was him or someone else.
Okay,
I'm almost certain it was him. But you know what? You might be right, JB. You never know. It could be something else. But it was what's her face looking at the thing, and she was the last one who spoke to him, right? Because he said never give up, right? Or keep going.
I do think that what Disney is doing is they realize that they've veered too far away from what the hardcore fan likes, and even just a little snippet of getting Darth Revan back in some small way to set something up in the future, bringing Thrawn in. Finishing off the Clone Wars saga and bringing Ahsoka in, doing what they're doing with the Mandalorian. I think they're kind of coming back full circle. Not that this analogy is passive aggressive, but it's like bad wrestling booking. You've turned around, listened to the fans, and got some good wrestling booking in after the fact. And the chat's gonna hate me for all the analogies that I use every single time.
We expect it right now, Ken. That's
okay.
That's what we expect. Okay. Andrew Davis, what do we have here? We have 3 Filipinos talking about Star Wars. It's the worst thing ever. So if you want to leave now, leave. It's a good time. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Return of the Jedi has Ewoks in it. Ewoks are from the islands.
Exactly, man. Natural Nate Marvel. If you're not carrying the big gold, you're the second best. Oh, ouch. Well. JB, we got some fighting words going on here.
Natural name Marvel wants to throw down.
The two JBs right here, right? We're kind of in the middle here. What's going on now? What's happening?
Special guest ref and outside enforcer.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Those are fighting words, my friend. Well, we got an army, we got a serviceman here. Like, just remember that.
Hey, it's all good. This is fun.
Clint Jorgensen said, as long as Daisy and the rebels ride those fob years on the Death Star, there's no way the Empire can prevail. There you go. There you go. Again, new stories, new takes. It's all good. Raymond Chong's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Anybody else? Chinovo's in the house. What's going on, my friend? TW, for the next Star Wars movie, they should make some kind of weapon that can blow up a whole planet at once and perhaps disguise it as a small moon or inside another planet. What do you guys think? Jeez Louise.
Write it down.
Why didn't we think
you heard
of
it here first? Breaking news.
Not like that's never been done before. Jesus. That's Death Killer Base. Anybody? My God. At least they kept up with the terrible names, though. Mr. Cheeseburger, Daisy Ridley is a terrible actress, horrible lead. Well, you know what? That's your opinion, Mr. Cheeseburger, and you're welcome to it. I mean, like some people, don't see her as a great actress. I think she's fine. Clint Jorgensen, I have young nieces who also want Ray toys and products constantly, and they never have anything available. There must be something about them, right? There must be something about them. Frankie Rivera's in the house. Silver K, I love Andor.
There you go, Silver K.
I mean, Andor did an amazing job without the Jedi. Tell us how you really think. Tell us what you really think, Silver K. Tell us what you really think. Mr. Cheeseburger, why do we have to take away from the universe? Why take away the Jedi? I didn't say to take away the Jedi. I said can we have stories without Jedi? That's what I said. I said, can we have good stories without Jedi? And the answer is yes. It's more than apparent now that through the Mandalorian, through Andor, through Rebels. I guess Rebels is still very Jedi-ish, but I think that there are a lot of stories still to be told that don't involve Jedi. JB, your thoughts?
Yeah, one of my favorites was Rogue One. I mean, there was 2 minutes of Jedi with Darth Vader. Like I said, slicing and dicing, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I loved Rogue One. That's probably in my top 3 of the series of movies from Star Wars.
Absolutely, like 100%. That's Silver K. Always with the zingers. Frankie Rivera, so many new toy goodies. Yes, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. Riley Gozig, what's going on, my friend? Payne's toy samples. Of course you do, Kayla.
I have thought I need to run it by Kayla at some point in time to do a total clickbait thumbnail of just her on the thumbnail and a really inappropriate caption. There's something she would say and she can choose the caption. You click on it and it's just Ken playing with Transformers or something. I just want to see how many views I get on something like that. Total clickbait.
Just typed it up there. She just typed it up there. She likes plugging holes, so there you go.
I was gonna say, I thought about it. I gotta float the idea by her, but my audience will hate me if that's the thumbnail because everyone's like, "What's this?" And it's and Ken says transform Bumblebee like this.
You know what? No, that's great. And I'll show you guys something that caught me today. I'll show you something that caught me today. I just want to finish saying hi to everybody who's in the chat, and we're going to get to it.
Well, hopefully it's not April O'Neil again.
You'll see. Shut the door.
That's the last time you had me on.
That's true. And that was a great discussion. You know what I mean? Ravishing Rick Rude. I mean, ravishing April. Shut the door. We got the people's champ in the house. He's flexing every single day. Let's see here. Stephen Cormarak is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Philip Tiesto, PL. Philip from Ireland. Love your channel, mate. Love your dude. Thank you for being here. So, what time is it in Ireland, man? It must be really early in the morning. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here tonight. King Panther is in the house. What's going on, Noel? Mr. J, Star Wars needs either Jedi or Sith to be successful. That is not true, my friend. That is not true. We've already seen that with The Mandalorian. As a matter of fact, you can actually argue that The Mandalorian has actually brought a golden age back to well, maybe not a golden age, more like a silver age back to Star Wars. Frankie Rivera is in the house. Armando O is in the house. Thanos Copter, what's going on, brother? Natural Nate Marvel again. Good to see you. Anybody? I think we're almost there, guys. President Felix 59. Well, there you go, Ken. There you go.
You got it.
It'll literally be like the most basic Transformers transformation video: how to transform Bumblebee, and but the thumbnail will be and title will be Kayla Silva doing
You're
something.
spoiling it already. Relax. Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah. What happened to the teaser?
I know.
Yeah.
No world. They show Thrawn's face in the extended Ahsoka trailer. Get out of town. Snell's done this to me before. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Gotham Stalker. You're too much. Rogue is one of my favorite. Absolutely. Andrew Davis. I'm not leaving without that Intercontinental title. Me and Ken, one-on-one ladder match. Oh dear God.
I've already replied him in the chat. You'll see it right after.
We got a throwdown, Ken. Oh my gosh. We got the geez, here we go. That's
I've already replied him in the chat. I said, of course you have to do a ladder match, so I can't self DQ, right?
I thought you were gonna cut a promo just now. I thought you were just gonna cut a promo.
What you gonna do?
You heard it here, folks.
Can't it just be DQ and keep the belt? Oh my goodness. Jeez. You guys are throwing down. Richard Garcia, what's going on, my friend? Evening. God bless you guys, and happy Easter to everybody. Happy Easter to you too, Richard. Thank you so much for being here. 12:30 a.m. Ooh, Philip, it is late for you. It is.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Eric Valdez, what's going on, my friend? And Randall Gazig. Still want some expanded universe characters like Talon Karde or Mara Jade in the 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
I believe it's coming. They've already released her in the Black Series. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, I got her already. So yeah.
I mean, if Paz, sorry, anyway, another one of the Vizslas was already released. So, Silver K, LOL. I really hope you mean Sabine and not Saban. Sabian. Please say Sabine, not Sabian. Oh my gosh, the syntax. The syntax is everything. All right, guys, let's get started because this is so. I'm gonna go ahead and share a screen. Wrong one. That's not it.
Good night, folks.
That's not what I wanted. All right. So before we get to this, I did want to show that one little thing. It was actually from our good friend Chaz the Guru over on Instagram. Let's see here. It's a funny one, so it won't take too long. But he got me today because
he got you too.
Oh yeah, you saw it, right, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I was chomping on the bit, and I was like, oh, something new, right? And he got me. He got me good.
Chaz is good with it.
Yeah, JB already fell victim to this too. So here we go. Official leaked images, and only watch if you don't care about spoilers. So I had to click it, right? We all had to click it, and of course, we paid the price.
I saw it, but I didn't click. So.
That just happened.
That's how you gotta do it, Ken. That's the from the master himself, from the master himself, Chaz the Guru. You gotta do something like this. This is the best, honestly.
I'll hit up Kayla for a collaboration.
Yeah, man. Jay went back for twice. You went back for seconds.
I went for seconds, man. I had to get those cheeks, man. Gotta get those cheeks.
Yeah, Chaz is a good follow. Chaz has got a lot of awesome stuff. He's funny, man.
Chaz is the best. All right, so guys, a ton of Black Series releases, like way too many in a lot of ways, a ton. But of course, it's in the celebration of the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. So first one, which is gonna I think raise some antennae to some people, particularly me. But at the same time, it's going to be like, what the kind of thing for a lot of other people. We have our first, and this is important though. This is very important. We have our first droid announcement for the afternoon. But this one comes with a bit of a caveat, and I want before I reveal its actual party trick, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys, what do you think? R2-D2 being released again on a classic card, guys. What are your thoughts?
JB, do you want to go? Because I've got a quick one only. So
I mean, mine's going to be real quick. I'll go real quick.
Hey, go ahead.
You could always use an R2. I had to recently get another R2 off of the Star Wars card back, and of course, I paid a little bit more of a premium than I would, let's say, $24.99. R2s is, I think R2. When you talk about what character do you need in Star Wars, R2 is like in every movie in almost every episode. So having an R2 for guys that are getting back into collecting, I think it's a good thing because, paying premium $60, $70 US for it's kind of for a small figure, it's not good. And it's sized the right way. So I'm glad they're bringing it back.
All right. I actually don't have an R2 in my Black Series collection. I have one in the 1/6 scale, like by Sideshow, and I have one in my Vintage Kenner collection. So selfishly for me, if we get this, something for me to pick up and add to the collection. I know it's a character we've already gotten, but when I see it, my first thought is, could I use it? Yes or no? And I just simply went at it from that angle. Another person might say, why don't we get another character we haven't seen before? But I don't think they've released him like this before.
Correct.
He's quite feature heavy.
Absolutely, and the JB already touched on it, but the real selling point on this, to me anyway, is he's the right freaking size. Every other R2 so far that's been released in the Black Series has been undersized, at least by half an inch or so, and a lot of people have been very critical about that because he still fits. You know what I mean? Like you see R2 on the shelf, you're not going to complain, but at the same time, he's not the right size. Most diehard Star Wars fans who are massive collectors want him to be the correct size as Luke. Because think about it, when you make Luke bend down on one knee and fiddling around with R2, he's just too small, right? You can't reach the proper dials. Him being this size right now really does help to get your headcanon in the right space. Now, he also comes with a host of accessories. He comes with his periscope accessory here. He comes with his radar, which when he was searching on Hoth. He also comes with just a host of different accessories from episodes 2 and 3. When he's shocking people or trying to grab stuff from Yoda. All these great things. I think the only things he doesn't come with are those 2 additional thruster accessories that he got from episode 3. I think that's the only thing he doesn't come with. But he also extends his head so you can actually take all of those accessories and store them into his actual body. I think that's a wonderful addition to the character. So yeah, very, very excited that we're going to be getting R2-D2. I as well, just like Ken, I don't have an R2-D2 in my Black Series collection, so I'm really, really looking forward to picking this guy up. Obviously, JB already has one; he's flexing right now. But for the rest of
that's not flexing. That's not flexing. That's well, it's flexing, but it's not. No, sorry. I'm totally busting your balls, JB.
I know. It's funny because it's like I'm like almost shaming myself because I couldn't wait for this. I went and paid a little bit more than double for the one that I have now, and I'm like, why didn't I just wait? I knew it was coming. Why did
at the end of the day, it's that FOMO kind of situation, though, right? And that's the problem. That's the thing about Hasbro. They know that they're like we had 3 chances, right? We had the one from episode. We had the one from A New Hope, right? The anniversary New Hope. We had the one that just got released for Return of the Empire Strikes Back, and now the third time's the charm. They finally got it right with this particular figure. Right, and I was very close to what you were going to do, JB, because I got the dirty one from Empire, right? And I was like, I need the clean one, right? I need all those accessories, and that damn thing costs like a mint right now. It's ridiculous. Right?
Yeah,
it's like $50-$60, right? And which is what you unfortunately ended up paying. On that note, this one is MSRP $24.99, available fall of 2023. With the new inflation and the new pricing structure on this, guys, what are your thoughts? Is $24.99 okay price, or is it a passable price?
So that means it's like $69.99 Canadian plus tax, right? Right, Jay? So,
easy.
Yeah. All right.
And a pint of and some blood.
Yeah, and about $15 in gas to go pick up. So, yeah, I need one. So. It's the same as when you asked me about the G.I. Joe Classifieds, worth it or not? And I'm sitting there going, I feel like they're just a touch too high, going by gut feel, not with official stats or numbers. But I also need one, which means I'm going to buy one, which means I can't say it's overpriced and then go buy one and be like, well, I bought it even though it was overpriced. So it's one of those situations where bite the bullet and go ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think, JB?
I agree with that. $24.99, I think we all would agree, is probably $5, $5 to $7 too much. But at the same time, when we're budgeting, if this is, what we really want, most of us are going to go ahead and grab it, and probably not get something else, which, it kind of stinks that way. But I have one, but I'm going to get another one. And if I could play long game on some of the other figures coming out, I will. Just knowing that I can secure an R2 and not have to go, a couple years down the road and say, you know what, I should have picked it up and end up paying triple for it. So I'll be picking this one up.
Yeah, I'm very much in the same boat as both you guys. I think that if you're a completionist, right? A lot of people who are completionists, they have to have the card. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing just looks badass, right? It's comically oversized. All of the all of the retro cards are just comically oversized, but they just hit that they hit that nostalgia spot right where you need it, right in childhood. It hits you right in the childhood, man. It really does. Return of the Jedi, R2D2, and of course, again, he's just like spreading himself out there. Like he's just showing you all his goods. Like it's crazy. And of course, if history repeats, I mean the what is it called? The New Hope version is, again, like we said, double right now, right, JB? So it's not cheap, right? And this one, I can already see that this one's going to go probably the same cost because of the card, because of the whole mythos around it. So yeah, it's another one of those secondary market nightmares if you do miss out.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably be picking up 2 of them, even though they are freaking expensive. But again, this is one of those ones. And you know what? Inevitably, they're probably going to put it on the black boxes. So I'm an idiot that way. But again, you cannot beat the classic cards. So excellent stuff.
Yeah. Cards are really good.
Yeah. And of course, Baby's got back. I mean, he's looking good from all. He's looking good from all sides. Man.
You say Baby's got back and go flash up that Chaz the Guru.
There's that G string right there, man. He's wow. That's a piece of tail if I ever saw one. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Silver K is going to tell us all where to go on that one.
Between her and Peach and Pickles, the chat just lighting up right now. Right.
Oh my God.
R2.
Peach and Pickles says cheeked up R2 R2E. Easy there. Oh my gosh, we're gonna what the hell? Well, yes, we are talking dirty toys. Actually, very. I have 2 of those R2 dirty toys, by the way, just so everybody knows where I'm coming from. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh! All right, let's keep moving on before we start talking about ravishing reporter April O'Neil again.
I can't believe I was on camera for that one.
Oh my God, it was just crazy. Yeah, really loving this guy. Hope we get him soon. This one again is going to be a bit of a controversial one. New quote unquote new Darth Vader. Guys, when is too many? Like we already have, obviously we have a New Hope Darth Vader. We have Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. We've got the new Obi-Wan Darth Vader that just got released again. Now we're getting the Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. JB, how many Darth Vaders do you own right now?
I only have 3.
You only have 3. Okay.
I only have 3, and it's like only, again, there was the decades pause of not collecting. So if I would have continued collecting, I'd probably have 82. So, but with this one, with Sebastian, I forget the guy's name, with
Sebastian Shaw,
the actor.
Yeah,
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah.
This is again at $24.99. The head sculpt looks pretty decent, and they have I think 3 different head sculpts or 3 different helmets that he could wear, and one of them's missing his hand. So this is an easy pickup for me. I'm glad they're bringing this out to 6-inch Black Series size. So easy one for me.
Absolutely. Ken.
Yeah, I mean, I have been buying Black Series on and off, and I didn't end up keeping the last Black Series Darth Vader that I had. It just ended up in my toy show sales pile and ended up going at that point in time. So I will get this because him and R2 are two of the big gaps in my collection as far as Black Series is concerned, and they are very much core characters, right? Like JB, I've got a couple different Darth Vaders, one in the vintage, one in the 1/6 scale, and I've got the last 17 Anakin as well, which isn't really a Darth Vader. That's, that's Ghost Anakin, really. So I don't have a representation in this scale, so I may as well do it. But mind you, I understand people like the comment right now. It's like another Vader, like shake my head. I understand that from a feeling of like when I collect other toy lines, like I feel the same way. Oh, another Snake Eyes. Oh, another Optimus. I already got enough of them, right? So Darth Vader is kind of like that one in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I just happen to need one. So I try not to say too often, I don't need another Snake Eyes because someone else might. Right. And if it doesn't sell well, then Hasbro is just gonna have to bite the bullet in terms of their clearancing. They're the ones, they'll learn or they won't learn.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's all true. Those are all great points. However, this is the one with the party trick, right? So this is the first Darth Vader, along with the black box version, that actually has the ability to remove his helmet. So as JB alluded to just a little while ago, this is Sebastian Shaw, and the original actor of Darth Vader, because that is not Christian Haydenson, proud Canadian. That's not him. Okay. So I mean that it's the helmet comes apart in three pieces, and actually fixes to his head. So for me, that's a really good party trick. And the fact, even though I do have a two Darth Vaders already, I'm not as good as JB. He's got three. Oh. I only got two, and apparently Ken doesn't even have one. So I will be picking this guy up. He does look pretty damn good, and I am actually very excited. Because again, you can do so much with this guy. Like, you can reenact the final scene with Luke, and again, he's just he's also got the missing hand. I don't know if anybody noticed that, because I didn't. I just noticed that now, and apparently he's got one wire sticking out. That was a big point that they made a point of saying that in the live stream, which I thought was hilarious. So there are a couple of more tricks to this guy than previous releases. So for me, I think this guy is definitely a must-have and a must-pick up.
Yeah, I think it's going to look good. There's a lot of great toy photographers out there that are going to do some pretty good shots with that. It's going to fit right in.
It's a feature heavy one, just like the R2D2, yeah. Right? So.
And and of course there are people who you're missing something there, Vader. Holy crap! You just you just want that little button in the back where he goes no. So great, and you know what? I'm really happy that we're definitely picking up another Darth Vader in the collection. The box art is your standard flair. Unfortunately, I just don't have it. Give me 1 second.
I didn't see it yet.
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second. They're in a different format, so I have to actually change the format when I'm trying to bring them into. How come it's not working all of a sudden?
Or were you like using PowerPoint or PDF?
I'm using no.
Oh.
They came as print ready files. So the problem is that there are different color formats. Yeah. So here he is. On the Jedi card.
That looks good.
Yeah, and the presentation is really another one that sold me because he looks so well put together here. I love the fact that it comes apart in three sections. Yeah. He comes with his extra unsevered hand. The severed hand, and he looks so great. And again, this is definitely one. If you're a completionist, you're definitely gonna have to get this on the retro card as well. So this is. Go ahead, Jim.
I might just get that and keep it on card. That looks great like that.
Yeah, some people have a whole wall of these, right? So I mean, like, it's not super difficult to do. But I'm definitely gonna have to pick up at least one or two of these guys. The way I look at it, I'll probably keep him on card, and the black box version, I'll probably open that one up for the
Right.
convention. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Cool.
The Crimson Guards, guys. Holy crap! I've been waiting for this one. This one I've been waiting for because the stupid the stupid Carbon Collection version that was an Amazon exclusive. I will not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Did you guys see how much that thing cost with the two? I think it was a Crimson Guard and another bounty hunter or something like that. I don't know. Oh no, it was a Crimson Guard and the
TIE fighter.
Yeah, that's right. The Imperial TIE fighter, right?
Yeah.
Pilot. And I was like, "There's no way I'm paying. What was like $80, something like that. It was like
It was up there.
It was
Mhm.
ridiculous for two figures.
It was up there.
Like that was just stupid, right?
Two shiny figures.
Yeah, that too, right? The Carbon Collection motif, like style to it. Yeah, I'm just. I mean, he's shiny enough now. Why did you have to add more shiny? I mean, Jeez Louise, right? This is definitely a figure I need, and I'm gonna have to get two of him, obviously for obvious reasons. Because again, you need the two guards in front of the Emperor, right? So definitely gonna have to get two of this guy. What are your thoughts? Because honestly, he is just. Let's be honest. He is just another re-release of figure which we already received in the I think the book enders, but still he looks great, and I think that a lot of us have been waiting for this particular.
For those of us who got into Black Series late, it's great to see this. So you're talking about getting two. I think a lot of us are talking about getting two. So yeah, I mean, next to the Emperor, especially if your Emperor has got a throne of some sort, even a custom throne or whatever, it's very much a must grab, especially since it's kind of it's an original trilogy type of character, and those are always going to be popular because that's the timeless one, right? So yeah,
100% agree. Yep. They almost should just sell a 2-pack of this. Just go ahead and knock it out the park and sell a 2-pack of this.
That's one thing I've always advocated for, that they should sell multi-packs on these guys. But and you know what, make it cheaper. The idea of buying more should be cheaper, not more expensive. Like there's
it's not out of their realm. I mean, they're doing the 2-pack of the female classified Cobra Valkyrie trooper, and they did the 3-pack of the Cobra Viper with the officer. Right. Now, mind you, if they were to do an officer here, that would be kind of like makeshift headcanon. I don't think they could just do that without Disney's sake, whereas the G.I. Joe brand is internal Hasbro property, so they were able to just do that. So if they did release this, it probably would just be a 2-pack of 2 identical figures. So
no, I'm happy with that. If they ended up doing that, because when you think about it, they're doing it with the Vintage Collection, right? They have four fleet officers. They have 4.
Yeah.
Right. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 5 actually. Now that I think about it. I got to double check. But anyway, they did the entire Figrin Dan, band.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's not like they haven't done it before. I think they're scared. I think they're scared that people aren't going to pick it up. But you know what? For army builders, people buy 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to me, they should always just sell them in multi-packs. It's or at least offer them in multi-packs. This is something crazy. But you know. Super happy that we're finally getting this guy. I love the soft goods. I think the soft goods are really good fit for this guy. Like they drape so well on. See, they drape way better here than they do on the 3 3/4 figure, because that one's just too small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that this is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
So another figure who of course is going to be, and this is the thing. You know, we always talk about it. We're always like, well, how many Vaders do you need? How many stormtroopers do you need? How many of this? But a lot of people are gonna say, how many more Luke Skywalkers do we need? But you know what? He has so many different looks, so many different costume changes throughout the series, right? And this, of course, is his they call this the Endor version, which I can understand, but you could easily call this the Death Star version. Clever trick on this one. He has the lapel open, and he has the lapel closed. So it's apparently it's a swappable front chest piece, and it's seamless according to them. Now that remains to be seen, because as we know, with butterfly joints, the moment he flexes a little bit, it'll pop right off. But we'll see how well that goes. What are your thoughts about this, guys? Like, I'm happy to get another Luke. I don't have. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get to the second part of this, but what are your thoughts about this particular Luke, guys?
All right. It's fine. I can go. It doesn't matter. Again, it just comes down to how many Luke Skywalkers do you need, like you said, right? Like I'm with Empire Strikes Back being my favorite film. I've got a Snowspeeder Luke and a Dagobah Luke. I don't have a Return of the Jedi Luke in any way, shape, or form, and this is close enough to his appearance from The Mandalorian when he met Grogu for the first time, because he's dressed in black, he's brandishing the green lightsaber. So it represents more than just Endor or second Death Star Luke. I'm sure there's some slight cosmetic differences, but it's not a very obvious difference, right? Like this is sort of like Luke Skywalker for a long time, from the start of Return of the Jedi all the way for a number of years, and before end of episode 7, like from several years before end of episode 7. So like a lot of the Disney canon Luke Skywalker right now, like in the Mandalorian era, that post episode 6 era, this is the Luke. So it's almost like this is the longest serving incarnation of Luke Skywalker as far as canon is concerned. So you can argue from that reason it's a must have, right? I just prefer his Empire appearances, but that's a personal choice. I don't know. Over to you, JB.
I 100% agree. I really can't say anything else that Ken didn't, because I'm the same way. I got a couple Empire. I got the Farm Boy. I need a Jedi Luke. And this one will go with Mando. And of course, with if we ever get a Rancor. Ooh, did I say that? But, you know, in front of Jabba or whatever it is, you know, or you got him. Now, I do have the Mandalorian Jedi Luke with his cloak. You know, I have that pre-ordered and on the way in because that's what I wanted. But you know, I'll have the one with the cloak, and then of course this one right here, with his nice little Fonzie lapel. That's it's a nice little feature there. So another pickup right here.
I'm very excited about this particular release too, but I might actually end up defaulting to even though it's more expensive, and I'm probably gonna end up waiting for a clearance sale. I might actually wait for the Grogu Luke Skywalker 2-pack. And the only reason I say that is because I cannot help looking at this Luke and just for whatever strange reason in my head, I just keep thinking quack quack. I don't know why. There's something about when I look into his eyes, there's something that says quack quack. I just don't know why.
Now I can't unsee it, Jay. I mean, between this
quack 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 quack, this guy's driving me quackers. Like that's basically
between this and Classified Falcon, we basically have our own DuckTales.
Dude, this guy, he's got the duck lips of the century. This one, I'm serious. Like he looks like he's about to peck.
I really hope this is just a paint master and that they do some tweaks and in final two.
I'm hoping so too, because he's got the broken nose. I can live with that. But the lips are just like screaming quack quack to me. I swear to God, that was the reason why I made the thumbnail. I was hoping somebody would have said it, but I ended up saying it, which is fine. He's driving me quackers, like seriously quackers.
We're in 2023. You know, you gotta spice it up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know if that's the word. I think he's stuck in that what was it called? That Instagram duck lip mode from a couple years ago. He's doing.
He's got a filter.
Yeah, Kayla's already called it out in the chat. 2012 Instagram Luke is what she's called.
There you go. See,
oh, there you go. So Jay, you said that you'll be looking at trying to get the 2-pack.
Jedi, I'm going to bring it up.
2-pack instead of this.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up, and again, there's a couple reasons why I'm thinking that way. Because here here it is. I'll just bring it up. I mean, it just seems a bit more stoic. You know what I mean? It just seems I don't that. Look, here's the thing. Mark Hamill's face is so hard to capture. He's got this soft features, and you know what? It's just that boyhood nature of him, right? He's just got that look, right? And this one probably to me is one of the better ones. It kind of captures his appearance more. He's not going quack quack. You know what I mean?
The wandering eyes, though.
Yeah, they do look a little glossy. I will. I appreciate that. But you know what? Out of all the Lukes we've gotten, I think this is one of the better ones, truthfully. And not I'm not one for complete screen accuracy, but this version, which is more Japanese like, with the robes kind of thing. I mean, I didn't mind it. I liked the episode, right? So yeah, I wouldn't mind this as my Luke. You know what I mean? And the backpack comes off. You know what I mean? So that there's a lot of room here for. And worst comes to it, boop, I pop the head off and I put it back on another one. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
beauty about all these Black Series. Going forward. So yeah, I mean, you look at this and I say quack quack. You look at this and you're like, okay, he's a Jedi Master. Like that's my thing.
I see it now. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I
I like uncarded reviews. I heard that Ramen Toys is doing a Luke Skywalker head pack.
I think that's a rumor for now. I think Ramen Toys is going all over the place right now. But
with the engine of
capable.
Vengeance
That
and
would be fun.
and the orange version, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the. I thought you meant Luke Skywalker. Almost. Yeah, I heard that they're. I mean, they're already doing. They're already doing the Dolph Lundgren pack.
Yeah.
Right? They're already doing the Dolph Lundgren pack for He-Man. So a lot of people are pushing them, really try to push them to do more head sculpts for different figures, which people have felt are not up to snuff. You know what I mean? I think earlier today in Mad Hatter's live stream, a lot of people were like, "You should do the you should do the characters that Hasbro doesn't want to do, right?" People were basically like, they should do those nachos. You know what I mean? Like that's what they were saying. You should do those nacho soldiers, right? So it's that kind of thing, right? And I don't even know if that's something you can't say on YouTube. I think it's not. I don't think it's really outside the realm.
I don't. Yeah, but at the same time, I think because I was listening as well. I think he's playing it safe by not saying the bad guys from Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna default to he has more right to say anything than any of us, right? So I mean, like, I'm gonna default to what right? I mean, like, he knows what he like. He's the one who's, it's in his court. So I'm totally happy with not saying anything. Wheels get up to $80 for 2 figures. We pay that here in Australia for 2 figures. Yeah, brother, the prices are getting ridiculous. Prices are getting in freaking insane. Thank you, Silver K. You're the best. I really appreciate that.
He just like typing smack. That's all. She did it on my live stream earlier too.
Smack all the time.
Smack that like all, and I just yeah.
Reggie Rivera, does anybody know if Hasbro Pulse members get first dibs? I don't think so.
They don't seem to be getting it lately.
Well,
they have in the past.
If they do, it's going to be one for an hour, I think, or maybe the day before.
Traditionally, they'll do it like at 12 Eastern, noon, and then 1 p.m. for everybody else who are non-Pulse members. So
Got you. Okay, so that's possible. Yeah. So there you go, Mr. Ozone. I have 0, so I'll be getting this one on Sailor Clan. You know what? You do like if you can afford to, definitely wait. I mean, like that. It's always the case, but the waiting game is a dangerous game. I got to tell you, it really can be, because everybody else who feels the same way as you do is also on the waiting game, and some people wake up a lot earlier. Holy crap! Henri Youth 83, new in black, grew up with Power of the Force. This Luke I had. There you go, my friend. But he didn't look like this. I'll tell you that much right now. Highly articulated. This is not the same as Mando Luke. How dare you, Ken? How dare you? Ken?
He's appearing on my next stream, so he's allowed to bust my chops all he wants.
Beaten up tonight. Like, I don't know what's going on. Ken's getting beaten.
Everyone wants a piece of the champ. Fighting words.
That's right. Randall Gazik. The Black Series Luke is based on the older Black Series figure, like the earliest waves, with the removable chest, but I will get it. Vader and R2. Excellent, my friend. Thank you. Silver Key agrees. Quack, 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 quack. Absolutely. And of course, this is the one we were talking about. 2012 Instagram Luke. Absolutely. That is exact. On to you, 83. DuckTales. Woo.
DuckTales.
And figuratively speaking, hello, Jay and Ken. Sorry, I don't know your guest, but hello. That's JB, figuratively speaking. Great
random
channel.
guy.
If you guys haven't already, definitely check out JB's channel. 100%. Definitely check it out. And of course, the big, most anticipated figure, who is not a HasLab, thankfully, thankfully he's not HasLab, is,
Oh yeah.
oh my goodness, Jabba the freaking Hutt. Holy crap, everybody. This
Oh, it has
is
Salacious
something-
Crumb with it.
Yeah, it comes with
Yep.
Salacious Crumb.
Or
This
yeah,
is a
yeah.
this was I think a huge surprise. I don't think anybody was actually expecting this to come out, because they did come out, if memory serves, with a version of Jabba the Hutt a few years ago. I think it was 2012 or something along those lines. 2010, 2012. As a matter of fact, I think JB, I believe you were
Yep.
lucky enough to pick one of these guys up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and
From the blue line.
so this thing is gigantic. So this one did not come with Salacious Crumb. It was just the big slug himself.
Yep.
He's massive, eh?
So,
He's absolutely. Oh my god, he is huge. Holy crap! And
he's pretty big.
and this one didn't come with the hookah. The what is it called again?
The hookah.
Yeah, is it a hookah jar? Yeah.
Yeah, this is not like the throne with the hookah. This that's the SDCC exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is your Jabba, and what a lot of people have been doing is creating their own Jabba's throne, whether diorama or 3D printing, and putting them up there. So this was a good find for me. He wasn't that much more than the secondary market can get kind of crazy. So I actually got him at a very good deal. I actually found two of them at a very good deal. So I picked them up and kept them in box, having a feeling with Return of the Jedi, the anniversary, that we might see him in. Lucky for me that we have this one coming out with a lot more accessories. So he'll stay sealed in box, and I'll definitely be picking up the new one.
Absolutely. He looks absolutely incredible. And
So-
go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, I was gonna say, because I have the actual Kenner.
Mhm. Oh.
Ken, do you have this one?
I don't actually.
So yeah, this is the 3 3/4, a vintage Kenner one,
He's still
and then
pretty
here's
big, eh?
the Black Series one.
He's still pretty big, eh?
So-
when you really think about it.
Oh, yeah,
like he's
Yeah.
freaking massive.
He's a bit out of scale,
Yeah.
actually. You could
Yeah,
argue.
he's got to be too big. Like in terms of in terms of 3 3/4, he must really dwarf any figures in that scale. Like he's absolutely massive. Holy crap! Actually, no, not bad. No, seriously, I'm starting to wonder. That's interesting. Well, then
and
you know
again,
what?
now this
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
vintage Kenner. So you got to think back to when Kenner was making it. They obviously try to make it as close to scale as possible, but not as specific as they are today's day and age.
Still not bad. Now this set actually comes with the entire hookah pipe, and I think it does have his little snacks at the bottom. It's also comes with Salacious Crumb, and this is the new version of Salacious Crumb with the new knees. So really great set overall. I love the new deco, looking so great. He's got all the slime coming out of his mouth. Right? Yeah. There's that frog. They got some snacks in there for Jabba, and he's got his hookah jar. Yeah, again, really great figure set overall. It even comes with a bit of a. It's not the throne, but it's kind of like a nice little wraparound stand. So it's it really is kind of like a play set when you really break it down. I mean, this is a complete set. The only thing missing is the actual throne itself, right? I mean, that's
Right.
That's something which, of course, is easily fixed by customizers and the like.
Yeah.
I do like this little piece too. It really does help them with the world building. You know what I mean? Like it's actually really cool. There's another angle at it, of course. Salacious Crumb taking the stage there. He's looking all badass and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna get to that one in a second.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, what are your thoughts about this? This set is going to run retail. Where the heck to go?
$154.99 US.
No, thankfully not.
It's
Retail is $89.99 on this one.
Right.
Available fall of 2023. So
and that's what I was saying is like the blue line, the one that we got here. When I picked this up, I was seeing it on the aftermarket for sometimes over 100, 125, and I was able to get him, I think $80. So 80 US. And again, that was, I'm never going to find him again. It's sealed in box. This is exactly what I need for my collection. So I pulled the trigger on it. This guy's coming out $89.99 with Salacious Crumb, his little armrest, There's a little hookah, some frogs. I mean, for those that don't have it and really are trying to finish that setup, this is a must-have in my opinion.
Absolutely, 100%. And it really does beg the question for me. I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't care anymore. Where did I put her? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I don't care anymore. Like seriously, if you're gonna bring out Jabba, you gotta bring her back into the conversation. Like
Yes.
like we need
Yes.
an update. We need an update on
Slave
Leia
Leia.
here.
Yeah.
And it's you know what, I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for this. You're a 10, but the makeup needs work. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing that's going on with this kind of figure. Like she needs an update like badly, right? Again, I think and I've seen it. A few customizers have taken this same head sculpt and actually made it incredible looking, right? So I mean, yeah, exactly. Like it's not like there's a shortage of these. These were like everywhere, just like what JB is showing there. These were everywhere.
Yeah.
The problem was that they went to discount chains for quite some time, and now obviously everyone kind of forgot about her, and now Disney for whatever reason is just scared, silly to actually try and do something with this. But I figure that if they just release this on Hasbro Pulse, nowhere else, right? Make it a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I think that this would be safe to do at some level, or someone else can come to the rescue. Ramen. I'm sorry, something happened. Pardon me, but yeah, so somebody else.
I ate ramen yesterday, so we're all yeah. I mean,
do something with this kid.
Like, when I first saw the price, that $90, I was like, that's a bit high. Mind you, we are getting Salacious Crumb, and you look at what Super 7 is doing. They're going Snarf just for $55, and that's a comparable size to Salacious Crumb. So from that perspective, I mean, I'm not defending these choices, but that's what I thought of when I heard the price. I'm kind of like, well, at least you're getting a lot of plastic, even if it does, even if the price was a slight bit of a sticker shocker.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the reality too, though. He comes with a bit more than he originally came with. I mean, like if you look at the Bloodline version, he came with nothing. It was just him. Yeah. And like, what are you going to do with him? You don't have a playset to go with him. Like it was really just a waste. You were expected to actually build a playset of your own. That was kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Like not all of us have the skill set to actually put together a throne for somebody else like that, right? But as it is, the people who bought it, like JB over here, have enjoyed it, and now the rest of us actually do have an opportunity. And in terms of overall pricing, I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. I dare say though that this one probably will not stick on the shelves. I think this one's going to be one of those ones that's really, really sought after, mainly because of the whole hype around the Return of the Jedi. I mean, it's going to go back in theaters. I don't know if anybody heard that. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I would love to see it in the theaters again. I never saw it as a kid in the theaters. I only saw it on videotape when I was younger. So that one's very, very exciting on that part. And now for the Return of the Jedi last reveal for Black Series, this one was actually very, very exciting for a lot of people, and I for one. I'm very, 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 very excited about this. There is one caveat that I have on this one, but we'll get to that in a second, guys. It is the Ghost, the Force Ghost trio. Wow. You know what? Let's just go ahead around the horn. Like, what are your thoughts, guys? Like this is crazy.
I feel like they did already a Force Ghost Obi-Wan a number of years ago. I don't think it was quite as good as this. I have a feeling your caveat is why Hayden Christensen and not Sebastian Shaw, or why not a swappable head for those, which now it's getting me thinking, like, if they could have done a swappable head between Shaw and Christensen, that would have been nice. I wonder what's with the wooden stand. I wonder. Oh, it's a 3-pack that's coming with it, I guess.
It says
yeah,
it's right here.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it! I was gonna say if it was a 3-pack, that'd be great for it to be included,
It would be. It would be
right? Because I was thinking in my head, oh, if they're selling it individually, does the bridge only come with Yoda?
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh no, it should come with a 3-pack. And now we're saying no, not included. It's just there to help you buy the toy. Once you pre-ordered it, then you read the fine print, even though the fine print's right there in front of you before you pre-order. It's the whole marketing thing.
I'm nearly certain those are actual branches. I'm pretty sure those are real
yeah,
twigs.
sticks not.
You're probably gonna have to build that yourself, which is not hard actually. So yeah, my caveat myself, yes, of course. JB, any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, they did the Obi-Wan. I actually seen him in the store a couple weeks ago. So, but I think this one has an updated head sculpt, which is good. And I think Yoda's might be also updated. I think it would have been great if with Anakin they would have had the two different head sculpts and throw in some sticks. I think it was at 77. I'm showing on my notes for this 3-pack. So 77 for these 3 figures. Force Ghost. They look like they have that nice purple thing going. Discotheque era. Little rave, looking good.
Mhm.
Not for me. Definitely not for me. I have enough indoor setup where I don't have to put these 3 ghosts with them. I'll $77, a couple more bucks, I'd get me a Jabba. That's the way I'm looking at it.
This 3-pack is set for $77.99 retail.
Yeah.
Apparently, it is going to go. How does it work? It is Shop Disney and Hasbro Plus exclusive. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, this is only going to go to those 2 places. So yeah, guys, once this this is definitely one of the ones where you're not going to be able to hope for a clearance sale on this one. Although certain Shop Disney and Disney exclusive park editions have been found at clearance places like where did the Toy Store Association picked it up at?
Ollie's.
Yeah, Ollie's. That's right. Exactly.
Yep.
Ollie's. They picked it up Ollie's. So they got this wonderful new mesh design for this Force Ghost appearance. I love the way it looks. It actually is like translucent, but what it is it's really clear mesh. And I think I've seen the material before, but adding it to this, and here's the other thing that's about these figures: they're made of translucent plastic with paint over them. So definitely be careful with these guys. They will become brittle over time. But I do like the way they end up looking. They look very, very cool. I love the overall appearance of them. JB, do you have a set of these at all?
No, I actually, me and Marsha, we almost picked up the Obi-Wan last time we saw it, but we skipped on it. Just again, waiting for it to go down a little bit. It was I think it was like $40 or $50 US. I was like, that's a little too much.
Yeah, it's gone up. It's gone up. It used to be you couldn't sell them, and then now it's gone up. Like I had one at my booth for like $20 Canadian for like a year. Nobody would buy it, right? Yeah, and now people have gone completionist mode, but in like 2018 couldn't get rid of it, right? 2019 couldn't get rid of it. So
yeah, it's really interesting the way collectors think or don't think. But you know what? Patience pays off. I mean that's always been the case. I do like the way they transition between the translucency and the overall paint scheme. I really do like the way it looks. I do have not so much an issue, but I always will question the idea of having Hayden Christensen, even when he first did it in the remastered versions.
Yeah,
I had a problem.
The DVD release.
Yeah, even when it went to the theaters, I remember because that's where I saw it first. When I was in the theaters and I was waiting for the Force Ghost to appear. When I saw Christian Hayden come out, I was like, "What the?" And I literally. My girlfriend at the time was embarrassed because I literally shouted out in the middle of nobody because there was nobody else in the theater. But she was so mortified. She was so mortified that I was yelling and like I was like, "Come on!"
It was a bit of like, I don't know if you want to call it reverse fan service or like fan service just for the fans of this prequel trilogy. I don't know. Hard to say. Are you going to get this then, Jay?
For the price, I'm gonna have to say, I mean, the presentation is cool. You know what I mean? What's really killing me is the fact that they're not selling them individually, because I think if they didn't sell them individually, these two would be a must buy right here. You know what I mean? Like 100%.
Mhm.
This whole scene, again, this exact freaking scene, I literally yelled out in the empty theater that I was in. What the, you know what I mean? Like seriously, I totally. Even though he's got this derpy look on his face too. Like that was the worst part about it. I was like, what the hell are you smiling at? You're an idiot, right? And I was just like that. And when you think about it, this was actually a tease into what he would look like in the next film because episode 3 hadn't been released yet. So I was like, holy crap, he got
really?
Yeah. This was what, like, they released Return of the Jedi before episode 3, and that's actually why I remember seeing for the first time. I'm like, God, he got ugly.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I believe
Okay.
I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken.
So they remastered it with him, and then episode 3 eventually came out.
Yes,
That's
the
that's
way
interesting.
that's the
Really?
way
Wow.
I somehow remember it being the other way around, but I don't have my timeline fixed. I just thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, I could be wrong. You know,
I mean, Stan Solo Creations did make the Kenner vintage style of Yoda, Force Ghost. Actually, they made all 3. I ended up picking up the Yoda and the Obi-Wan because I had the last 17 Anakin, and they go well together there from the vintage set. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do I need a Black Series one as well? I'm not really sure. Like, I'm kind of happy having the custom Kenner style as it is.
Yeah.
So, somebody brought this. I think somebody brought this up on another stream. The box layout is a bit weird. You have this kind of like up and down V going on here. Just a bit strange.
They have room for sticks. They could have
do
put
have
sticks
room-
right in there.
Yeah. They could have made some extra value. You know, put in that extra little, maybe a ghost snake. I don't know. You know, something else to fill in the gap. I don't know, but
Nice.
as it is, you know, it definitely is a wonderful set to own, and you can even bring it into the next set of movies. I mean, you know, with Luke and Yoda having their thing, you know what I mean. So I mean, like it's for $77 though, it is a bit of an ouch, but really you don't want to pass up on one of these. For myself, I think I'll be picking it up. How about you, Ken? What are your thoughts?
Leaning towards no, because I have to prioritize the Darth Vader and the R2D2. I also have yet to pay for the Basta Lashan and the Darth Malak that were released. So I kind of have to prioritize while collecting other toy lines right now as well. Right? Eventually going to bite the bullet on Thundercats Snarf, you know, and a few others. And so it's like, do I need these? No, I mean, we don't need anything. They're toys, but at the same time, I'm like, are these high priority for me? Not really, right? So, would they be nice to have? Sure, but priorities being what they are, I don't think I'm going to grab this.
JB?
I got these on a long game, not an immediate purchase. I'll play a long game with it if I see it at a good deal later on down the line. Absolutely, but I'm like Ken. You know, since most of us are in multiple lines, whether it's vintage collection, Black Series, and everything else, I got to put this one way at the bottom of the priority list. Good. I mean, and for those that are completionists and those that want it, good on them. I definitely understand why, but not for me right now.
Yeah, no. Again, it is in your own priority of the collections, and for me especially as well. The things are getting tougher, right? You know what I mean? Like my clients aren't calling every day anymore, right? So money's tight. So yeah, that is definitely a consideration for all of us going forward. Eddie Rodriguez, I love how Yoda is just chilling. he's the chill master.
900 plus years old. He better be chilling.
Absolutely. Even when he's dead. Fish Tropic Canada, we need some proton packs on those figures. What are you talking about, man? That's they're just gonna force ghost you away. That's not even gonna be funny. I mean, freaking Yoda's gonna call down the lightning strike. You know what I mean? Like he will decimate you. Do not mess with Yoda, man. Yoda don't play. Yoda don't play. Frankie Rivera is definitely grabbing that one. Silver K, awesome. LOL. Tell us how you really feel. Yeah, one day I will, Silver K. One day I will. Fresh Tropic Canada. The multiverse of toys is a rabbit hole, boys. Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes,
there it is.
Yes.
Go check.
Everybody's got a multiverse now. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Randall, I'm now singing DuckTales, but with Luke in it. Luke Tales. The Nerd Alert, heavy pass from me. I hear you, brother. It's not for everybody. It really won't be. Odin01, Return of the Jedi Special Edition came out in 97, and I think Hayden wasn't in that one. They inserted him for release during the prequels, when the prequels had come out. I'm remembering it differently, but you know what? Like I said, I could totally be wrong. 100%, I could totally be wrong. Rodimus Prime, 1982. Hey Jay and crew, happy Easter. Just got home from spending time with the family. Now just chilling, watching the original Guy King anime that got delivered. Nice. I love Guy King. He's chilling over there. Cobweb, lost track of time a little late. No worries, my friend. No worries. That's right, Silver K. Priorities, my friend.
That's not what she typed, but I understand.
I decided not to read it properly.
I know.
Wait, we don't need to. I'll flash it for everybody else as she wants me to. Wait, we don't need toys.
It's something I said. Yeah.
Wildor. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Wildor. Cobweb, Silver K, and of course you two. Everybody's doing their thing tonight. Where's Orko? Well, we don't know where Orko is. Orko is around here somewhere. So it was a very interesting day of releases, guys, but it didn't end there. There were just so many different things to discuss on that, and in fact, I really don't think we're going to get to all the. I don't think we're going to get to everything tonight, but we will actually cover this set here. On the expanded universe, and actually more the Mandalorian side, a couple of other really cool fan favorites that are showing up. Cad Bane from the Mandalorian, his live action appearance. I for one was amazed when I saw him in live action. What are your thoughts on Cad Bane as a character?
Well, he's got that badass thing going on about him, right? I think he was in Rebels pretty heavily too, or was it
Very
the
much
end
so.
of?
He was introduced in Rebels.
Yeah, sorry. I was for some reason thinking end of Clone Wars, but it was Rebels. You're right. And it's just the fact when he showed up in live action, right? I was like, oh my god, just like. But he's one of those characters for me. I don't know why. When he's out of sight, he's completely out of mind. When I see him, he's front and center, and there's like no in between for me when it comes to him. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah.
So
I meant to say, sorry, you are correct, Ken. He was actually introduced in
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, but he was featured in several episodes of Rebels as well. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
baby.
Yeah. He is a must-have for many of us. Rebel, Clone Wars, and to see him live, I agree with majority of us. It was good to see. He has that striking presence, you know. He's one of those guys that'll really never die. You know, he has like one of those things. It's like, is he going to die? He's never going to die. Does he die? No, he doesn't. But I do have the Clone Wars one. I reached out and grabbed it, and I'm over here comparing the two, and I don't know. I thought he was going to be my definitive Cad Bane until this release. So not bad of a figure.
Yeah,
but this one doesn't have the jacket like the one we see there.
That was one of his major appearances in Rebels. Actually, no, it is the Bad Batch. Actually, that's the Bad Batch version.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't have.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't have the trench coat, because he was running after Omega in that episode.
That's what it was.
Yeah, but this one in particular is much more traditional to his overall appearance. Now, in this version, he's incredibly old. As a matter of fact, I think it was mentioned in one live stream from a channel that it's amazing he's alive, because most of his race don't live that long. Actually, at least not as long as he's apparently been alive. Right, and you just mentioned JB that you wonder if he's dead or alive, and the thing is that a lot of people are speculating that he's still alive, because the indicator on his jacket was still blinking, indicating that his heartbeat was still going. So there are a lot of people saying that he might make another appearance in another episode of The Mandalorian, going forward. So yeah, very, very cool to see Cad Bane back in the lineup. Definitely one of those characters who people really gravitate towards, and yeah, I'm really, really happy that we're getting him in the collection as well. Then this was announced only today. Today this was actually announced, And somebody help me with the name of this character here. I'm drawing a blank.
Hammerhead with a weapon.
Hammerhead with his bathrobe.
Oh my gosh, what was his name? I'm drawing a blank here. Probably
Hammerhead
because
terry cloth bathrobe.
does anybody have it?
No, I forgot he was coming.
I mean, he was only announced today, which is
Yeah, that's why I didn't actually see this one, so I made it up an answer.
So I'm trying to find it. I got my notes here too, but it's hard to nail this one down.
You
Again,
still do show notes, Jay? I type them up in the private chat while I'm backstage.
I don't have show notes. I have the I have the press.
I'm just joking.
I have the press.
Is it
Doc Ondar?
Ondar? Ondar. Doc Ondar. I got the Doc right. Yeah,
you
Doc
did.
is easy.
All right. So, known as the gatekeeper of the Black
We'll
Market.
give you half points, JB. You were closer than all of us.
He was.
If we had just called him the Doc the whole time, we still would have had a no hiccup. So
you got a first, JB. Known as the gatekeeper of the black market, the mysterious Ithorian Doc Ondar is an infamous collector who buys, sells, and trades valuable relics in his den of antiquities in the Black Spire outpost. So apparently he featured heavily in a comic series, but at the same time, if you visit Trader's Outpost at Disneyland, apparently he's always there at the market in spirit. Apparently, you can actually see him in person. So yeah, he has a lot of antiquities. You can see a very famous sword that he's actually included with. He also comes with a number of different accessories and relics. Love the soft goods on this figure. I mean, it looks so great. I love all the little knickknacks he's got on his necklace. Very, very cool. And I love the way they've expanded the universe for this. Here we can see him holding on to a clone, a phase. Is that a phase 1? I think that's a phase 1 clone helmet.
Like in episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a phase 1. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to belong to one of the factions, like the the 212th or the 501st.
It's also got the crest. It's also got the crest on it, right? The actual what's it called? Fin. It's actually got the fin. He's even got a holocron. Wow,
that's interesting. That's really interesting. Right there.
He's got a Jedi holocron. That's cool. Yeah, that is very, very cool. Again, trader of. Oh, he's got a freaking Sith holocron. What? Wow. Okay, this guy's really well connected. Holy crap! He has a Jedi holocron and he's got a Sith holocron. That is crazy. Oh, interesting. That's very, very interesting.
That's kind of like what we're saying. It's like, plugging in a few, going back to it, okay, plugging in some of these holes with, these different Easter eggs. It's Easter Sunday, but you see where I'm going with this. To have these characters come up, these new storylines, I'm down with it. I will sit and watch 1 through 9 every day, if I could, but let's get something new and different and let's see where it goes. I like it. Absolutely. This figure, I'm picking him up for sure.
100%. He looks really, really interesting. Here's everything that he comes with. I'm going to try and read up as to what these. I know we know what 3 of them are. I'm wondering what the sword is. If anybody in the chat can tell us what the sword is before I can look it up, somebody let us know. It doesn't seem like. Okay, he includes the sword of Kashun. The sword of Kashun. Now. Ask me if I know what the hell that is. What the hell is the Sword of Kashun?
Is that a planet?
The Sword of Kashun was a Sith artifact purportedly forged by a faction of the Dotwin Sith warriors who believed that the lightsabers were weak. They were legends about how their swords was cursed and caused the Sith to turn on each other. Wow. Okay.
How dare they call it weak? How dare they? We need Jedi. Come on now.
Yeah, if you could best a Jedi with a regular sword instead of a lightsaber, that would be pretty damn impressive, if you ask me. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, definitely, this guy is a very interesting character indeed, and he's coming in a very interesting box layout as well. There he is, Doc Ondar. I believe actually, is he only available at? Now I got to look it up again. Is he only available at? He will only be available.
Pulse and Disney. I'm guessing Pulse or Disney.
It looks like it. Like it's not. It actually doesn't say anything. It says It says nothing. It doesn't say anything about where he's. So I'm gonna. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Exclusively at Shop Disney. This isn't even going to Pulse. This is a Disney. This is a Disney Shop exclusive. So you can only pick them up at the parks or at the Disney shops, which there aren't a lot of them left. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. At least in Canada, they're gone. They're all gone. So yeah, guys, this is a Disney Shop exclusive. Wow, that's going to be crazy. And he probably will be one of the last plastic-free packaging. If anybody
there's a whole other topic, which I think you talked about less than 48 hours ago.
We talked about that.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that one. By the way, I wanted to jump on, but was actually on another recording. So
you know how I am, Ken.
Yeah, not like we don't collaborate enough, right?
It just doesn't matter. Ken, you want to come on? I'm about to go live in like 10 seconds.
Well, I mentioned to you that I've had a couple of times before where someone's walked up to me at a toy show and been like, "I saw you on Mega J's channel." And I actually had a phone call from a friend I hadn't heard from in over a year because he heard you did a stream and somebody sent him the link with a topic he really liked. And it was like, "Ken, I didn't know you have a YouTube channel now. I see you're working with Mega J on stuff." And I'm like, apparently, you know.
Give it a year. Everybody will be telling me, "Oh, you're on Toy Connect."
That's right.
Oh, and I'll be like, yes, I am.
I'm gonna get JB on at some point as well.
Whenever.
We all gotta get on JB's channel, man. That's what we all gotta get on JB's channel. If we could only get on JB, how can we get on your channel, man?
Easy. We'll coordinate. We'll figure it out. I have yet to start the live streaming just because it's been so busy. But we could easily work it up. And of course, you guys have to follow.
I did check out your collection tour a little while ago. So
yes,
at least a chunk of it. I think I may have been. Was it me? Was it you? I was asking about the lights because I'm like, how come your batteries still work? Mine die like all the time. And then you show me what lights you use. I'm like, I use the same ones. You must have better batteries.
Down in the States, we have a little bit different batteries. I'm just kidding.
All right.
All right. You have a belt. That's all that matters. I don't have a belt. So I'm trying to be like you. You have live streams. You have a great channel. I'm over here like, who's this guy in the middle?
Filipinos are everywhere. You cannot escape.
That's right.
That's right. That's just a fact. Every continent, every island, you can't escape us.
It is a fact.
He is holding the Avengers Tesseract. Charlie Farley. Yes, he's holding the Tesseract.
And then the other hand was an Infinity Stone, right? So,
are we talking about plugging holes? Yes, we are talking about plugging holes, my friend.
If you haven't figured out who Peach and Pickles is yet, it's a great inside joke. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'll tell you offline. She might not want me to blow her cover.
Other than the obvious joke of Peach and Pickles, I mean, Jonathan Chong, Doc Ondor of yes, at Batu, yes, of course. We just figured that out. Mobile Recluse, hello everyone, hello Mobile Recluse. Yes, they're talking about Shop Disney website as well as if you have a location in a mall or somewhere, as well as the parks as well. Henri 83, none in my area, website only. Yes. Joe West, hey Joe, what's going on, brother? Long time no see. Hello, Jay. Thank you for doing your daily lives. Great companion while at work. By the way, I love your quote. I post 2 episodes per week. Really? Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that, brother. Long time. Obi-Wan, Sword of Achu. I'm not even going to pronounce
Gazun tight.
What movie is that? That's what's that from? It's from a movie.
It was you know what? That was wasn't that Kung Fu Panda? I swear that was Kung Fu Panda.
Either Kung Fu Panda or Robin Hood Men in Tights, one of the two.
Oh, the Sword of Aku. Yeah, there's another one. They're Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. That's the Sword of Aku.
Princess Bride. I don't know. I'm losing it.
No. Princess Bride didn't have a special sword. That was just a sword that they made. But I know it's in there somewhere. It's definitely. I will check it. I will check that out, Silver K. We will find out that mystery that you all three have some secret, inside knowledge of, and I don't. Plug it in.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, we're just going down that rabbit hole now. All right, and the next figure that was announced was, oh my gosh, this is huge. Now this is a gaming great figure, but I loved the Clone Wars Darth Maul, as I think everyone did. I mean, his tragic story was truly epic. Him and his brother, and I when are they going to release?
Savage Opress.
Yeah, when are they going to release Savage? Like, honestly, we've been waiting forever for a Savage figure, and he needs to be huge. He needs to be massive, right? But this one looks pretty damn good for the gaming greats version. I am looking forward to this one. Did they ever release a Spider version in the Black Series? I don't think they have.
I don't think so.
I never saw one. So. Yeah,
I know. I was talking with some buddies of mine, and they were talking about that would have been a great deluxe. Just the Spider version of him. That would have been amazing. And I'm sure there's customs out there.
I mean, he didn't last for very long, but still, it was a great. It was a great. And you have to have the big horns. You have to have the whole.
Oh yeah.
The whole trail. You know what? I would like him with the whole trail. You know what I mean? Like he would have been awesome. But I think this figure looks really cool. What are you guys' thoughts? Do we need a true Clone Wars head sculpt on this one, or is Ray Park's overall face good enough?
I'd be happy with just an episode 1 version personally, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm with Ken on that. I want an episode 1 version because I don't have one, and I'm okay with Ray Park on there. He's a legend. I think I could look past the whole non-Clone Wars look to it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, there should be an archive. Hopefully there'll be an archive version.
I hope so.
Very good, because he's been released before, right? So it's just or has he? Has there been a Black Series version with all soft goods? I can't remember anymore.
I don't have one. With all
soft goods. I couldn't tell you. Not enough of a Black Series, like not an expert on Black Series. I just, get it here and there sparingly.
Yeah, I can't wait for this particular version though. Like, I really did enjoy this character overall from the Clone Wars, and this particular version, which I believe is actually featured in Rebels, with this more of a vest type of attire. I think he was really sinister in the series overall. Yeah. So. Yeah, I can't wait until we get this guy. Yeah, and it's funny too because before the Clone Wars, he was kind of like a write-off, Sith. You sort of saw him. He really grew, I think, in the comics, right, with Crimson Dawn and things like that. I think that's really where he got his real shine on that level. But yeah, what is enough though, guys? Like are we? Is this too many Darth Mauls? What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Again, going back to it, if you don't have one, if you wanted one like this, it fits, and with it being gaming great, I didn't know it was a gaming great. So GameStop and EB Games, things like that, right? That's where we're going to see it.
It is a GameStop exclusive. There's no more EB Games. So
that's right. That's right. Because I remember the last ones were up there in Canada, so I forgot that they had.
The last ones are up here, and they finally unified the brands, so it's all good. $24.99 retail on this guy. How much was Onryu here? I think he was something crazy. Hold on.
39.
Was he?
That's a guess.
What was his name again? Onk? Or...
Doc.
Just
Doc.
What's up?
No, he's actually, it's not bad. $24.99. Yeah, $24.99. But he's he's a Disney Shop exclusive though. That's the only caveat.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
So call up your friends and your cousins and your whoever lives down in.
Anyone who can pull a favor.
Anyone who can pull a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last character in this particular release was. Sorry, there wasn't a character. It was actual February 1st Ahsoka, 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. Wow. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Phase 2 clone helmets. And of course, this is a legendary helmet now for all the right reasons, and a lot of actually for all the wrong reasons too. Really powerful scene at the end of that episode, where she just lining up. Spoilers ahead, where she's just lining up all the helmets. But yeah, loving this. But let me ask the obvious question, guys. Well, first of all, are you guys excited for this? What are your thoughts?
I don't care. Maybe it's good. I gotta go in a minute anyway, so maybe it's a good time to bow out on this. I'm not sure what it is. I like Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. I'm really looking forward to the series. Maybe my mind will change if there's any references to this. Obviously, the Ahsoka series is happening long after Clone Wars, but if there's references to this, old helmets found, flashback sequences, maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, I'm kind of like, it's a helmet. Thank you very much.
Did you watch the final 3 episodes of the Clone Wars?
Yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
watching that in conjunction with Revenge of the Sith, so good. But I didn't. I don't know. I'm looking at this and it's just not top of mind for me personally. But I get it. It's a helmet. So
yeah. Well, well, you do know the significance of it, though, at least, right?
Remind me.
Okay. So basically, when Ahsoka returned to the squad, they split the squad in 2 so that she could go to Mandalore. And spoilers ahead. What the hell am I doing? If anybody hasn't seen it yet, they split the 501st.
No, I know. I remember now.
Yeah,
because that was when they promoted Rex from captain to commander.
Correct.
As well. So and that there was a reason behind that, and then we didn't see Anakin for like the last 2 episodes, and it was all just Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And in honor of her return, the squad, her squad, painted their helmets to look like her face paintings.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So that's actually why it's got all these markings. Right. But then tragedy struck, and shortly thereafter, spoilers ahead, they all try to kill her. And
Order 66.
Yeah. And then she and Rex had to basically murder all of their. They tried not to, but they ended up murdering all of the 332nd. And at the very last scene, they bury all of them, right? They bury them all, and then put all the helmets on memorial grave markers, right? So that was the whole, which is why this has a lot of significance in the series.
Fair enough,
So that's why for me, I'm sorry, JB. What are your thoughts on that?
I got to bounce, by the way, but thanks for the invite.
All right, you know what? Actually, let's just go ahead and say that. So. Ken, thank you so much for being here tonight. Real pleasure to always have you. How can people reach you, Ken?
On Toy Connections, just spelt like it is on the screen. You can see me. I post up to 2 episodes a week. Inside joke there. Usually 1 live stream and 1 pre-produced video. I'm working on a history of the A-Team video right now, which should release middle of the coming week, depending on when I get time to set up a premiere. And then usually I do a live stream on the weekends as well. Just love talking all things pop culture. Kind of pseudo specialized in Transformers and G.I. Joe, but I do jump around a little bit here and there and making wrestling references all the time. So, or you can find me right here on Mega J Retro as sort of a screen crasher / snarky wrestling commentator / forgetting certain scenes in Clone Wars, even when I've seen those episodes twice, or at least that particular set of episodes. So, yeah, and lover of all things pop culture, hater of not a whole lot. I guess. Anyway, that's my my wrestling promo. So
hilarious. Guys, definitely head over to Toy Connections on YouTube. Ken, thank you again for being here, brother. I really appreciate it. So have a happy Easter, and we'll see you next time.
Happy Easter. We'll connect with both of you soon. Take care.
Absolutely.
Good seeing you, Ken. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then there were two. The two JBs. The 2 JBs are in the house. It's a JB special tonight. We are here, of course, J-Ban and JB, the 2 JBs.
Real quick on the helmet.
Sure.
I dig it. I like it. I can see why people want to get more than one of them. So it's a good thing right there. Absolutely.
I'm totally on board with that. But now begs the question: is this just can people do this themselves? Because obviously we just got the phase 2 clone trooper helmet was released earlier this year, and I gotta go first. I don't think so. I have no artistic merit with paint or anything myself. So for me, if I really wanted to pick one of these up, which I sort of do, actually I probably will. I would end up buying this one because as much as the other one is a blank canvas for a lot of people who are artists, I can't do it. I can't do a thing with it. So what are your thoughts, Jamie?
Yeah, I agree. We can customize or try to, kit bash as much as we can, but when they have it already there, and Black Series helmets, I know you have a couple, I have a couple. This would be an easy pickup for those that are just wanting to get it ready to go without having to worry about matching the paint, the shading, the different, the way it's articulated on there. So I could see this selling out pretty quickly.
Yeah, 100%. And the phase two helmets have been out for a little while now, but I think you can still grab them on Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. But again, not everyone has the skill set to paint one of these up. I mean, you could argue, till the cows come home that this is just a phase two helmet, because it is. It's just a phase two helmet with some paint on it, right? But honestly, it just has that presence. It has that look, that feel, and I would screw it up. Like I would basically ruin this helmet. This helmet would be absolutely ruined. So yeah, definitely, I would like to. Now, mind you, I will say it this way: if I pick this up for $10, I think I'd take a chance on it. But that very rarely happens, right? Like
100 plus. Yeah.
Only exactly. Like I think the cheapest I've ever seen it at all. Not these particular helmets, but the helmets that I got. I think the cheapest I ever got one of these helmets was I think $70 Canadian.
Oh, really?
And that was the command what's it called Captain Cardinal. I think
I got the same one.
Yeah, and that was like that was like years later. So
yeah, I got the same one half off. So yeah, that was about $50 US.
Yeah. Exactly, and that was the best. That was the best price I've ever seen them. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. JB, thank you so much for being here tonight, brother. It's been an absolute pleasure. We have a little bit of time left. Did you want to go through the last couple of releases before we log
Yeah, I got time. Absolutely, right. If it's Star Wars or whatever.
Let's just check a few of these last comments here before we do that. Jonathan Chong, my problem is that they might limit how many can buy from Doc for the park, so the bulk ordering isn't simple. I hear you, Jonathan. If you're buying for other people or you want to help somebody out, you're probably right. I don't think I don't know about you, JB, but I've never heard of Disney parks limiting you buying anything. I think you can buy the entire park if you wanted to, if you can afford it.
that money talks, especially in a place like Disney. Absolutely.
Because I've like whenever I've seen a vacation video or something like that, I see figures there that because you see them, right? Like the people do the walkthroughs and stuff like that, like Disney Magic. If you guys haven't, definitely check out that channel, by the way, if you guys haven't yet. Definitely, if whenever I see people walking through the parks, they go to the Harry Potter, they go to the Star Wars Pavilion, and yeah, I just see, and you got to remember that there are several different shops. There's one in the section where the Star Wars is, and there's another one right at the front of the Disney store. And yeah, they got stock for days. You don't have to worry about that. Like they literally have product there forever. So if you're worried about that, Jonathan, I wouldn't worry. Just head over there, start buying 10, 12, as many as you can. Start bringing them home if you can. It's
army build.
It's just crazy. Plug those ear holes. Oh yeah, you guys are just hamming it up. Silvergate, bye Ken. Yeah, bye Ken. Charles U. Farley, update the old Stormtrooper helmets and release them. That's what I want as a helmet, not these clones. Truthfully, I do have to say I have not been able to secure a Stormtrooper helmet, and it is one of my holy grails. I would definitely like to get one. I don't want to buy those Anovos. Those are way too expensive and way overpriced. I don't know anybody who's bought Anovos. Have you ever seen anybody buy one of those replica Anovos? Because I just don't understand.
No,
if you can pick up like $300 or $400, why would you do that if you can pick up a one for $150? Like it just, to me, it just doesn't make any sense.
I'm sure there's reasons, but at the same time, for the average collector or the person that's just looking to get a couple helmets for the display or a little bit of cosplay, these Black Series ones they fit just fine.
100%. I totally agree. Cobweb. There must always be two. Yes, the rule of two.
The rule of two.
Too many bus cars.
There you go.
Oh man, everybody's got the zingers tonight. Jonathan, Silver K, enjoy. The Clone was better as you go further into it, and some of the best writing in Star Wars is the Clone Wars and Rebels. Yeah, closer to the end because the beginning.
Oh
the
yeah.
start of the Clone Wars was just. You gotta.
So someone, when I first started watching the beginning of Clone Wars, they were like just swearing up and down. They're like, Jay, you got to watch it. Jay, you got to watch it. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. They're like, give it some more time. And then it was just glued on it. Absolutely.
Yeah. But the first two seasons, it's a slog. The first two seasons is in a lot of ways is a slog. Again, it was just one of the and the real the confusing thing about this the Clone Wars is it jumps around a lot. Like it like there are a lot of episodes you're like, didn't he die? Like, sorry, spoilers ahead, but there are a lot of episodes you're like, what the hell just happened there? Like, when did that happen? So there is a chronology timeline out there if you want to read up on it, but just watch it as it is. It's a lot of fun. Mike Grilalico, Mike Giralico. Sorry, brother. I know I'm screwing that up. I apologize. It's just tape and stencil, Jay. I'm a 501st. I'm 501st, and I did my 442nd clone helmet. Dude, if you could teach us, like, make a YouTube video, like, help the rest of us.
Absolutely.
Out, I would appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. And thanks for the tip. Sorry for botching up your name. Silver K, Jonathan Chong. Yeah, so I've heard. I've been enjoying it so far. Like 8 episodes ish in, and I've watched the movie too. Excellent, Silver K. You're gonna really enjoy the last 2 or 3 seasons. It's gonna go by so quick.
Yeah,
Joe Rob,
addicting.
Absolutely, especially when they start getting into the mythos of the trio, the father, the son, and the dark side. That's crazy. Jabbar Robbins, how about some figures of the sword and the sorceress? You know what? I'm always in for He-Man, like 100%. Oh, actually, no, the sword and the sorceress. What's the sword and the sorceress? That I can't remember anymore. The sword and the sorceress. The sword.
That's I'm old. I'm trying to think back.
Is it sorceress or sorcerer?
Yeah, no, sorcerer. Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yeah,
Is it a movie or a cartoon?
Okay. Yeah.
Where's
that thing, that triple, that 3-bladed piece of. Now you've brought back some repressed memories just now that are ridiculous. This thing had 3 blades. This sword. I do remember this now. It is one of the cheesiest 80s films of all time. All right, I'm just gonna bring it up so people can.
Let's bring it up so I can feel shame again for not knowing this.
I'm gonna bring it up so everyone can have these repressed memories along with me, because this is just funny beyond belief. So yeah, let me bring this up so that we can all have some repressed memories together. Yeah, so here it is, the sword and the sorcerer. This is back in the 80s, like fantasy films back in the 80s were just so terrible. But yeah,
there it is.
This was the sword and the sorcerer, and yeah, if you can see here now, this obviously is the Frank Frazetta box art. So it's way better than the movie. But a lusty, and I do mean that. I do mean that, but in the nth degree, a lusty epic of revenge and magic, Dungeons and Dragons, wizards and witches, damsels and desires, and a warrior caught in between. The freaking warrior? What are you talking about? Anyway, there is the sorcerer.
Darth Maul.
There is, the He-Man-esque dude with a sword with 3 shooting blades. These things shoot out. It's like Link. He was Link before Link was actually a thing. He was freaking Link. And I think the sorcerer is getting a rise out of that. But anyway, and then there she is, like basically really risque box art here. And apparently I'm wrong. It's not Frazetta. It's Peter Andrew. My apologies. So Peter Andrew, you perverted. Anyway, Sword and the Sorcerer, rated R. Was it a Dino De Laurentiis film? I'm just trying to read here.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And who made this damn film? It doesn't actually say who produced it, which is kind of sad. Brandon Chase film, Robert S. Bremsen, The Sword and the Sorcerer, starring Lee Horsley and Kathleen Beller. It doesn't actually say, I can't believe it. It actually has
Big
no
names.
Yeah, it doesn't even have it doesn't even say who produced the film. But anyway, this is a repressed memory of mine. Total you just brought it out in me. Total cheese Louise from the 80s, like absolute.
But I love movies like that. I'm just trying to remember. I don't remember that movie as much as I know the name, and I see that that image there, but I don't remember any part of the movie for some
Oh
reason.
man, I remember I was a kid, and it was one of those films because I was into Conan, I was into Barbarians and pretty much everything. And I remember seeing the sword and thinking that is the greatest badass sword I've ever seen in my life. I got to watch this movie, and then I watched it and I regretted it. I was like, why did I waste like 2 hours of 90 minutes of my life watching this thing? There's the three-bladed Link sword. I'm going to call it that because it literally is Link's sword. It shoots out individual units. And I can't remember if it actually regenerates the sword or if he has to go retrieve them. But it was kind of crazy. Again, it's one of those cheesy, rubber monster films. So lots of fun. This is actually when the king died. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the king. He's being killed by the sorcerer. That's his daughter, right? She's barely wearing anything. Again, it was one of those fun. If you want to waste 90 minutes of your life, go for it. I mean, it's
I'm going to tell you,
I'm kidding. It's okay. It's okay for the time, but
what about Beastmaster?
Beastmaster was cheese to the Beastmaster was the ultimate cheese wheeze. Ultimate cheese. It was so good. It was so bad.
So good.
And it was so good at the same time. Those ferrets.
Super 7.
Those ferrets made the difference, man. Those ferrets, they made all the difference. And then you have and then you have what was his name? Trombone? What was his name? I can't remember his name anymore.
You're messing me up.
The guy from Men in Black. Anyway, he's on top of that goddamn pyramid, which is tiny.
Oh,
that pyramid was so small, man. That was the smallest pyramid I've ever seen in my life, right? They're chopping people down, throwing their bodies everywhere. He rescues the kid with the eagle. It was so great, man. This such cheese Louise. It was awesome.
Super 7 needs to get that. Super 7 Ultimates need to get that.
Yeah, one. If they can do Conan the Barbarian films, they got to do Beastmaster, right? And then he ended up fighting alien. Then he ended up fighting aliens coming from high above, and it was awesome.
Absolutely.
What's it called? If anybody didn't know, Ramen Toy is actually doing the V figures now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're doing
that, dude.
Oh, and you know what? Speaking of Ramen Toys, we should congratulate them because Instagram. Let me just bring this up right now.
Did they get 1,000?
I'm not sure if they actually hit the 1,000 yet, but I did want to just give them a shout. I want to give them a shout because so guys, if you haven't already, or if you didn't know, because not everybody knows these things, but no, that's a sorcerer. What the heck? I got on the wrong. I got too many windows open. That's the problem here.
So while you're doing that, Jay, are you going to be picking this up?
Which one? The sword. The sword.
The racer, the ramen racer.
Yeah, I will pick it up. Yeah, I definitely will. The project itself, if we're going to go through the whole 9 yards, but first of all, let's give a huge congratulations to Ramen. They've already reached half of their goal of 1,000 backers for their first order, and the first 1,000 backers actually receive a fun little Easter egg. It being Easter, of course. They will receive the Flame Head, and that's all we can call it because we can't call it what it's actually supposed to be. But they will receive the Flame Head for one of your action figures who should really appropriately fit this car. But yeah, definitely would love to pick up one of these, and I probably will. Don't know if I'm going to pick up the General Lee. Not really thinking about that yet, although it's a lot of fun. Comes with lights and sounds, which are freaking amazing. And of course, you can pick any number of the different sets: the base, the stunt, or the Inferno packs. If you guys haven't already seen this is amazing. Obviously, it comes with a whole bunch of different sound effects as well, including
the suspense.
for all you
Man.
for all you General Lee fans out there. That was freaking awesome. But yeah, guys, if you are interested in the Ramen Racer, definitely head over to ramentoy.com. The early bird price is $175 USD.
Man.
MSRP is $250 USD. So it's a huge discount. That will run until May 9th, and then everything will be going back to the MSRP of $250. The expected delivery date is the fourth quarter of 2023. So what is it? October, November, December, possibly within that's. And again, they work fast. They work incredibly fast. So yeah, guys, definitely check it out. Head over to ramentoy.com. They're taking pre-orders right now. You can pick the standard black or the generally yellow, orange. And like it says right here, $175 USD each. And then you can even pick up the additional upgrade packs, which have the Flaming Inferno pack, which is light up. They actually do have flame effects, which is beautiful. That's only $11. That's crazy. An $11 upgrade pack with LED light up features. JB, that's awesome. And you can even pick up the hood, the additional hood and engine upgrade pack, which is also just $11. And the hood pack, this is the one arguably that you should be getting. It comes with the hood with the cutout for the air intake. It comes with the add-on supercharger, the four hubcaps for they're actually rims. The four interchangeable rims, interchangeable front grille, and interchangeable tail light. This is crazy. Yep. Only $11 for this upgrade pack. Just absolutely nuts. So yeah, guys, if you are interested in either of these, definitely head over to ramentoy.com. Wonderful project. $175. And when you think about that, JB, how much was?
I lost you. How much was what? I think you're muted. You're muted. Jay, you're muted.
There. I lost my mic. My mic disconnected.
You got excited. What's what happened? You got so excited, everything just went.
I did. I blew my load too early. I blew the load too early. It was crazy. It was crazy.
It's crazy. And then when you think about how much was it? What was the HAZAP? What, $400 for the Robbie Reyes?
$350.
And then you had shipping, because with shipping, there's like two different shippings. One's 50, which is the standard, and then there's another 120.
If
UPS
you want it
type.
tomorrow, if you want it tomorrow, but nobody's gonna do
that. 175, and if you get one of the power up packs or whatever it's called, $11, and then of course you add the $50 shipping. It's around $250. Yeah, that you're going to get this state of the art, collectible, and that could go with. That, and I'm looking at definitely getting it because Marvel Legends / G.I. Joe / John Wick. I don't know. I could do anything with that.
You've got first of all you've got Robbie Reyes. That what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, and that too.
you got what's it called? You've got Blade. Blade would look awesome in this, right?
Yes.
Some people have been talking about Toreno. A lot of people have been talking about Toreno. Some people continue to mention, as we said, General Lee, right? The Duke boys,
sure.
Right? If you're gonna go with the other color, right? There are so many applications for this. A lot of people are saying Punisher. A lot of people are saying, a whole bunch of different DC characters out there, right? This fits with anybody who's in the 6 or 7 inch line. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And again, like you said, they're a far cry from where Hasbro was asking. And it comes with lights and sound, right? It's not just the light up features. It actually has that sound effect you heard earlier. sans the horn. That actually is a standard sound for the Ramen Racer. So great stuff overall. It's just an amazing package overall. So just so much fun.
Absolutely.
JB, thank you so much for being here, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure. How can people reach you, JB? Where can they watch your stuff?
Well, thanks again, Jay, for having me, and thank you all in the comment section for just being a part of this great night on this Easter Sunday. So you can reach me on my channel, JB's Toy Trunk, or on Instagram, same thing, JB's Toy Trunk. And I do toy hunts, and I've been trying to get into the toy reviews. I'm not yet there on the live stream because there's only, so many guys out there like Mega J and Ken that can really handle that type of responsibility. But Jay, thank you so much for shooting me a message and getting me on tonight. It was a blast talking with you and Ken. Toys, collectibles, Star Wars, and having fun. So just a great time tonight. And to all you guys out there, like I say on my videos, just always enjoy the ride in life, guys. Just smile, be happy. We're collecting plastic, talking nostalgia, and just really talking about fun things right here. So that's what my opinion, what this hobby and lifestyle and our community is about: having fun, enjoying everything that we can. So thanks again, Jay, for having me.
Guys, if you haven't already, please check out JB's Toy Trunk on YouTube. He's an amazing YouTuber, and his toy room tour is absolutely epic. Definitely check that out. You guys will not regret that. So
thank you.
I want to thank JB for being here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been crazy recapping all of these crazy announcements from Star Wars, and guys, we only touched the surface. We didn't even talk about the what's called the Vintage Collection.
Right.
They revealed the Naboo Starfighter from the Mandalorian. They unveiled a Black Chrysanthemum, which I have some reservations on, in my own opinion. But we'll save those for another day. But yeah, so many different reveals. If you guys haven't already, definitely check out toyhabits.com. I'm not sure if they have an article up yet, but I'm pretty sure that they will eventually, because they're always on the ball with that. Definitely check those guys out. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. And of course, as we said earlier, definitely check out the Ramen Racer. They're well on their goal to completing to 1,000 pre-orders. And of course, if you order with the pre-order, you will actually receive a flaming head. Take that as you will. And always with the jokes tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Thank you, Silver K. Thank you, Silver K, for being here. Of course, making it lively. Charles U. Farley, Lord Hoagie, Flash 739, Natural Nate Marvel, Cobweb, everybody here. Derek Dalzell. I'm just naming off everybody that I can see right now within my reach. Fish Tropic Canada, Charlie Hepp, Thanos Copter, Jermaine Hunter's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Uncarded Reviews. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Natural Nate Marvel, WCW set. Yes, of course. Don't forget to back that if that's in your wheelhouse. Didn't quite make the Hulk Hogan early bird, but they're nearly halfway there. They're almost at 50%. Actually, you know what? We'll do a really quick check just in case. Let's go ahead and do a quick check, JB. Where do we stand with the? Sorry, I'm too many windows.
I checked at 5:30. They were at 40%. So let's see if they've gone up.
Let's do a really quick check on the,
real time.
Let's do a really quick check on the. How come I'm in the wrong window again? There it is. Checking on Mattel, they are exactly 40%. 2,009 backers, which is just slightly over 40%, but we're going to count it anyway. So 2,009 backers for their target of 5,000 backers. They still have 26 days left, so lots of time to back this project, guys. Remember, unfortunately, Hulk Hogan has been taken off the table, but a lot of other great figures in the line. Still have Rey Mysterio. It's a Diamond Dallas Page, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and of course the Ultimate Warrior. If we happen to make it past 11,000 backers, which it's quite the far cry right now, but I think that Rey Mysterio is well within reach right now. I think and Diamond Dallas Page, I think, is definitely within reach. So guys, don't sleep on this. Definitely, it's not $695 US. That's $695 Canadian. It's $400 US. So guys, definitely, definitely, if you're in on this, don't sleep on this. Definitely, give them the backing as they need it, because they do need some help. Thank you, Natural Light Marvel, for the $10 super chat. You're awesome, my friend. Happy Easter. Thanks, Jane, your guest, of course. JB, we appreciate him being here tonight. It's been the two JBs, man. This is where we're at right now.
Right.
So, guys, definitely give thank you again, Natural Light Marvel. I want to give a huge thanks to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Guys, you are amazing. Of course, I'm in the wrong window again. Everybody here helps me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. You guys are the best. Thank you all for supporting the Mega J Retro channel. You guys can, of course, check out my Patreon page, Mega J Retro, on Patreon, or definitely become a channel member here on Mega J Retro and MJR Collector. Thanks, guys. You are the best. JB, thanks a lot for being here, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, happy Easter to everybody out there. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. Be proud.